Listen, y'all. This is going to be another phenomenal episode, okay? I got entrepreneurship in the building at its highest order. This young lady I got in the building, I can't wait to ask her everything I want to ask her today. So y'all know I usually do a little soft open. I get some stuff off my chest. We're not going to do that today because we got a lot to unpack, a lot to get into. You know what I'm saying? We got to go from business to art to modeling and all kind of other stuff that this young lady got going on. So let's get right to it. Let's not waste no time. Esai, we good on the cameras, baby. Marcus, you good? Dulcinea, you good?
I'm good.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
Look, y'all see I got my Latino shirt on. I'm trying to attract me a wife. Goddamn. You know what I'm
we
saying?
love that shirt.
Yes. See, now I'm feeling good. With that being said, let's do this. Welcome back to the I-70 podcast. It is your boy, Jonathan Little, a.k.a. John. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, man. We are taking off 2025. I ain't took a break. I don't know when the last time I took a Saturday off, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to get with Esai and Mark and see. I can't tell you the last time I took a Saturday off, but we grinding. You know what I mean? We doing what we got to do. Consistency is key. Okay, now look. Like I said, we're not going to waste no time, okay? Dulcinea, let me run down some accolades for you, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot going on. I want to make sure we cover everything. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this guest I got to my right, she is a phenomenal artist. If you're looking for any artwork, you can follow her on Instagram. She has her art page linked into her Instagram. So just follow her on Instagram. You can get to her art page. Also, you can visit her website where she got her portfolio, things like that as well. This woman is involved in, she got her philanthropy thing on her. I'm trying to be a philanthropist. I need to get enough money and enough, so I can start giving back to the world like Dulcinea, okay? She's a model. Also, former Miss KC Latina. Let's not forget that. You know what I mean? Entrepreneur. She is the co-CEO and co-founder of KC's first Latino and indigenous cafe, Cafe Corazon. None other. Dulcinea Herrera is in the building. How you doing, love?
I'm doing good. Thank you. I love your energy, by the way.
That's what I'm talking about.
That Scorpio.
That's it. You know what I mean? What are you, jealous?
Power.
You know what I mean? What are you, Mark, a Sagittarius? Jealous. Okay, now look. Let's get into your background, okay? For people who admire you, Dulcinea, who your story inspires them, they want to be like you. Let's go back into your upbringing, okay? So growing up, was the entrepreneurship there in your family? Like, did you see that growing up?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm actually from New Mexico, deep in the mountains. Like starting off since I was just a little curl, I would get firewood with my dad. We would go hunting. We didn't have a heater in the house, so. Like our life was so different, which I'm so blessed that we got to live that way because I realized that nature and family are the most important things and your peace. But since I was little, I was always having to get it. Like we didn't have firewood. Okay, let's go cut a tree in the mountains, go in the truck, grab the saw, do the thing, grab the axe. So my dad was also in contracting since he was like a kid. He also worked in the fields as a kid. So, migrant workers, indigenous workers.
Yes, ma'am.
People who feed us.
Yeah.
Really, who feed our country. So I've just always had that grinder mentality. And my mom is like that too. Yeah. If she wants something, she's going to get it. Like she's badass. And my dad is like that. So I feel like they gave that to me. And I'm blessed because I work hard and I don't complain about it.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. Don't get me wrong, okay? Like, sometimes I complain. I'll take that back a little bit.
And I'm glad you said what you said because just that work ethic, your work ethic came from your parents, grandparents, and your family being, y'all growing up, y'all in the field, y'all cutting wood. That work ethic comes from that. But, when we kids, we don't really know that we're building a work ethic. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the parents who are building work ethics within your children early because you don't know. You just going to get wood. You having a good time. You with the pops.
Right.
We chopping wood. We having a good time, whatever. So
I think it's normal.
Yeah. So, and do you have siblings?
So I have a brother, yes.
Okay. And was your brother on the same thing? Was you out there chopping wood in the field as well?
So we kind of live separate, though.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
Me and him he's a brother from another mother.
Gotcha.
We have different mamas.
I'm from the ghetto. I know about that, baby.
So, but we grew up a little bit. Yeah. Like, he would also live with his mom. Sometimes he'd live with us. So But I love my brother. We're very close.
That's right.
I just saw him actually a week ago. We met up in the Dominican Republic together.
I've been trying to look. I'm getting down there. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
You will love.
I'm just going for the sightseeing, y'all. I'm just.
Yeah, whatever.
I am. Listen,
sightseeing and the big
I'm
booties.
going for the sightseeing. I'm going for the views, the culture, if you will, is what I'm going
Absolutely.
for.
It's
you know what I
beautiful.
mean? It's a lot to, indulge in down there in the DR, and I want to indulge. Listen, in college, I dropped out, child, but I was in anthropology. You know what I mean? Ooh. I was trying, Mark. I love learning about people. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going for. You know what I mean? For research. Okay.
Research purposes only.
Research purposes only. That's the only reason I'm going to the DR, y'all. That's it. Okay, now, one thing I also want to touch on, though, before I get away from your background, because you are a phenomenal artist, like I mentioned. Your grandfather was an artist.
Yes.
So is that where your passion for art came from?
Definitely.
Okay.
He is phenomenal. Like, he would make sculptures that were 7 feet tall. He would paint. We still have his art at my grandma's house. It's like when you walk into her house, it looks like a fairy tale. Like, there's all this like art and sculptures, and there's like flowers growing outside, and there's art. And I love him, and he taught me a lot. He was from Argentina. I would just watch him paint. And then he died when I was 14.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and I think after he died, though, I got better because when people pass, they give you things.
I believe that too.
To carry forward. So when I paint, I do paint in homage to him as well.
And then let me ask you this, because I was okay. You know what, y'all? 3rd grade, I was good at art. When it was just simple stuff,
yeah,
I was the shit. You know what I mean? I was. You know what I mean? Look, when it was simple, I had to keep it in between the lines. I was where you needed to be, baby. I was color pencil shawty. You know what I mean? I made sure I was on point. But when we got to high school and people really started getting into their artistic background, John got left by the wayside. So I want to ask you, is it a gift or can anybody become great? Because you, like I said before, you're phenomenal. One of your pieces is out there as well. Can anybody become great at being an artist, or do you feel like it's something you just got to have in you?
I think anyone can, just like Ratatouille, anyone can cook, anyone can paint. You just got to put work into it.
Yeah.
I do think, obviously, some people are born at things better. Yeah. Like, Michael Jordan was good at basketball.
Right.
Okay, like, nothing would have been able to take that from him.
That's right.
And no one will ever be like him, or at least now, right? So
other than LeBron.
I know. I was like, it's gonna leave in the comments. Who are you? Are you LeBron or Michael Jordan? I'm not saying don't hate on me.
Right.
Okay? I'm just
hate on me. Y'all know how we feel over here. I say, baby, it's LeBron all the way, man.
But they were born with it, you know.
Look, I'm sorry. Look, don't look.
What?
Because y'all know. Look, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Dulcinea. I get distracted fast. Don't do that, bro. I heard your little comments you just made, bro. Don't do that, bro. You know, because we have a whole segment on it. Okay, now look. Before we get sidetracked by the boss in charge. Okay, look. Because you did art, and now, what was your process when you started doing it? You're honoring your grandfather. What was the process? Were you just creating art every day? Were you going to art classes? Like, what was the process of you becoming the artist that you are now?
Yeah, so I never went to school for it.
Ooh, this is good. Okay.
Yeah, I never. I think it's cool if you go to school with it. I'm sure you learn so much. Sometimes I kind of wish I did. But at the same time, I'm glad I didn't because in school they tell you how things are supposed to be. And that can take from your creativity and your flow. And you have to, if you're in art, it's subjective.
That's right.
If you want to paint a line, paint a line. Like, just let it flow. Your soul needs to flow. So
my soul need to flow.
It needs to flow.
I'm gonna be an artist in a minute.
Yes.
I'm gonna let my soul
Anyone
flow.
Can really. But my soul would flow, and I always do something. So my dad's part indigenous.
Okay.
He's Mescalero Apache.
Okay.
I'm actually even wearing some indigenous stuff right now as we speak.
Apache warriors, goddammit.
Literally. But I always cleanse before I paint. I try to cleanse the energy, and I put out what I'm trying to paint before I speak it in existence. I'm very intentional about it. So that's something that I do in my process.
Yeah. And then you brought up, your father being indigenous.
Yes.
How important is that? Because I mean, you are a Latina woman with, but you also have the indigenous, background as well. How important is that to you to incorporate both of those cultures into who you are and what you do?
Yeah, it's super important. And most Latinos have indigenous blood. They just don't talk about it or know it.
I was going to ask you that. Go ahead.
Yeah. And black people too. Just because in history we were
game.
It's true though.
Yeah, it's real. I wish we would get down to because and I'm sorry to cut your wisdom, but we hear that in the black community all the time. We always hear like certain people who are more educated on our upbringing, our struggle. They always say things like, "We were here before, we were already here," or some of us. Because my grandmother has beautiful hair, but she has a couple generations before her. There was some indigenous something that went on because my grandmother has beautiful hair. Like, I mean, it don't look like mine. Yeah, I got that project. My shit get nappy quick. Grandma shit don't never get nappy. So back to what you were saying, though. It's important for you to incorporate that into everything you're doing and why.
Yeah, because, well, it's who I am. It's my ancestors. Yeah. And they also gave me the things that I have now. Yes. So I have to honor them every day. Mm-hmm. And when I wake up, I try to do that. So I also think it's important that the next generation still hold that because these things can't die. Yes. Like our wisdoms can't die. We love the earth. We love people. Mm-hmm. That's our ancestors. That's right. And I'm trying to give that love, you know? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I walk around vibrating. Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, man, I wish, honestly speaking, I wish us as black folks, I wish we were more in tune with our ancestry and everything. Now, granted, it's a little different because, a lot of the history has been mixed up and moved around and, all that type of stuff. So, because I just feel like that's how you, basically what you're saying, that's how you contain who you are and, who your family has been throughout time is just, people who want to spread love. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you don't know this, Dulcinea, but that's my favorite word.
Love?
Love is my favorite word. And I really don't know how to explain it of why it is, but that's my favorite word. Like, because it means so much to me because I don't use it lightly. I don't throw it around lightly. And I truly come out in the world want to make people feel good. So.
Oh, I love that.
Now, listen.
No pun intended.
Yeah, there you go. Now, look, Esai, bro, one more request. Could you get her a thing of water just in case she need it, please, brother? Here, let me get a little. Look, do you say
Salud. Where you go? Oh,
hey, hold on.
Hey, I'm not going to do it. I won't do it till you do it.
Yes, you are, goddammit. Esai, and then when you come back, Esai, can you grab my bottle of Hennessy? She wanted the toast, so, I'm sorry, bro. I apologize,
Drinking on the job.
I love you, bro. You know what I mean? That's my dog back there, you know what I mean? I wonder what he says about me when I'm not around, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mark, I be thinking about that. Do your cousin say things about me when I'm not around? Look, you can be honest, Mark. Look, tell me, bro. I know what you say about me. What does he say about me?
He loves you, John.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I appreciate that. And then look.
He throws that L word around lightly, though.
Good. Okay, now, and then growing up, so high school. Did you know you were going to get into something entrepreneurial or anything like that? Like, did you always know, okay, I'm going to have me a business one of these days?
Yes and no.
Okay, all right.
It's funny. When I was a kid, I would have visions of me being like, it's going to sound so funny, in a white suit. Okay. For whatever reason. And like going up an elevator, I still see it sometimes. Mm-hmm. And then opening the door and I'm walking in, I'm like, yeah, I'm that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, good. I was that bitch, and I was like, you know what? Whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be that. That's like, right. I'm just gonna exude the energy of like love and power, being gentle but also like assertive. Yeah. Like having that balance. So I always was a hustler a little bit.
That's right. Talk that talk off there, baby. Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
I was always like trying to find ways. So like if I was good in a class, I would be like, okay, I'll give you $20 if you want me to do your homework. Like I was that kind of girl, right? So I kind of was dabbling a little bit in high school.
Now, and I will say this, y'all. Y'all know the boy was in the resource room, okay? But I definitely used to get paid to do English papers. I did, bro. It was one thing I could do, y'all, was write. I talk a lot, so it's not hard for me to write a paper. Like, when I found out a paragraph was 4 sentences, it changed my life, Mark. I was like, wait a minute. Because, the teacher would be like, you need to bring at least 4 paragraphs. I would go, wait a minute, just 4 sentences is a paragraph? Oh, I can do that. You know what I mean? So everybody would come to me like, hey, John, write this paper for me because I talk so much, I can't give you a simple answer. Right? So if I'm researching someone got to write a paper, I'm going to drag that thing all the way out. I'm going to give you the teacher sometimes that came to like, hey, you didn't have to put all this. It was a 3-page paper. You gave me 6. Take the damn paper, girl. Don't get mad at me because I'm overachieving, okay? So you always had that mindset. You knew you were always going to be doing something great, okay? Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this, okay? Cafe Corazon, okay? Cool. Corazon means heart.
Yes.
I do my research. Okay. Hey. I do my research. Now, where did this idea come from? Because you and your family, y'all killing it. Word on the street is there might be a third location. Hopefully I-70 is breaking this news, but we don't know yet. You know what I mean? It may be a third location, but where did the origin of the coffee shop come? Where was it a sit down with the family? Like, how did it all come about?
Yeah, it was a sit down with the family. So,
hold on, before you go. Yeah,
oh yes,
toast to you, baby. Salud. That's what I'm talking about. She got wine. Yeah, y'all know what John sipping on. Hennessy.
Oh, that's good. Hey, I know. Damn. Whoa.
Go ahead.
Dang, I felt it. I didn't even drink it.
Yeah, that was, whoa, Lord Jesus. Now go ahead. Cafe casserole. Yeah. Ooh,
Cafe casserole.
See what that Hennessy do? Y'all apologize. Lord Jesus. Whoa.
But yeah, no, we were just sitting down. At the time, my mom was a special needs educator. Mm-hmm. My dad was doing contracting, and I was just getting out of high school.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I was like 18, 19. And we were talking, and we always wanted to do this thing called yerba mate, which we do have in our shops.
Okay.
It's the only place in the Midwest that has it.
Okay.
We do it traditionally. It's like a loose leaf tea. It's a whole ritual on how to do it. We show people. It's fun. But we wanted to do that. But then we're like, that's not really people. I don't know. People would like it, but it's not necessarily going to be a generator for income.
Gotcha.
So then we were like, oh, let's do coffee too. And as we looked into coffee more, we saw how nasty that industry is.
Okay.
It's the third most important thing in the world. So with that being said, there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on with it.
We was talking about that before you showed up. I got some questions to you about this coffee thing. We're going to get into this today.
It is a slave industry.
Okay.
And there has been research done that it is, and it's proven to be, depending on the farms you go with.
Yes, ma'am.
Some of the farms are run by cartels, by governments, by big corporations. We're not going to name their names because I'm not going to get sued.
Yeah, no, ain't no none of that. Yeah.
But you know who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. They buy them out, these farms, and then children are working, people are getting mistreated. There's all these things that can go on in coffee.
Right.
And we're Latinos and indigenous, and that's who's picking the beans.
That's right.
Most coffee comes from South America. Mm-hmm. Nobody talks about that, though, right?
We're going to talk about I-70 today.
We're going to talk about it today.
Uh-huh.
We're going to educate everybody. So we're like, okay, how can we help our people make sure they're getting a good living wage and also showing our culture through our coffee? Because if you go to our place, we have food and drinks, cocktails. They all represent Latin and indigenous culture. It's what we really drink in our countries, right? So we were like, let's try something new. Hopefully Kansas City's ready for it. We didn't know if they were going to be ready, but they were ready, and it ended up taking off. And yes, we are opening a third location.
And then let's stay in. Okay, because what I got in my notes, starting out, did you and the family know that it would take off so fast, or were you all shocked with how quickly KC wrapped his arms around you guys' establishment?
Shocked.
Okay.
I did not know. Honestly, I'm usually a very positive person, and I go in things like, let's get this done, let's make it work. But I just didn't think it was gonna. I didn't know if KC was gonna accept it,
because it is the first in KC.
Yeah.
And
it was like one of those. But honestly, I'm so glad we did it, and it taught me you gotta be like the unique one.
Yeah.
If you want to stand out in business, you have to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be like copy paste.
Nah, and then you want to know what, and then how long did it take those? Like, was it immediate? Was it a few months later when you guys looked at each other like, oh no, we doing this? Like, was it instant, or did it take some time for you guys to really realize that you all were doing something special?
Yeah, so we started during COVID, unfortunately. COVID hit immediately.
Okay.
So we were like, oh no, is this not gonna work?
Yeah.
So many businesses failed during COVID, and just the economy, it was a weird time. Mm-hmm. But something I noticed is people love coffee. They are addicted to coffee. Mm-hmm. I always joke, I am not a drug dealer, but I say I kind of am because of coffee, you know?
I like it.
Coffee's a drug.
Baby. Yeah.
And people want
They're selling
it.
them packs out of the stove.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, so we ended up taking off, I would say month 8 to a year. Mm-hmm. Then COVID started to kind of get better, and people started going out a little more. So.
And then how I've never owned a business, y'all. What did you have? Do you have to see a certain number before you guys say, okay, let's open a second spot? Or was it the capacity where it was like, okay, we're getting too much traffic here, we need another, it's like open another trap house. I know about these types of things. Now look, if we take it there, I actually discuss this. So when you guys opened the second spot, was it due to just, you guys were, the crowd that you were getting awarded you, the ability to open up a second store?
Yeah, so it was kind of a mix. We started hearing people like, oh, we really want you in a different location too, where I live closer. Mm-hmm. People would say that. And we saw how successful it was, and we were like, "Oh, we can totally replicate this just somewhere else." Mm-hmm. And so that's when we opened our Crossroads location. So
is it Westport and Crossroads?
Westport, Crossroads, and soon to be in a month and a half, Brookside.
Oh, boy, we gonna get into listen. Listen, I don't want to make you listen. I want to say this because sidetrack, because we talk about coffee, okay? Let's go into my dating life just for a second.
Go for it.
You know what I'm saying? Look, just stay with me for a second because listen, I've been going to different places. Coffee shops have been on my list. Mark, I'm telling you, baby, I've been at these coffee shops. I just don't drink coffee, so I need help. Okay. So
I got you.
I don't drink coffee. What would you tell me to get? Well, let me say this. I don't like coffee. But I can't say that I've tried a lot of coffee because my father used to drink just straight black coffee growing up.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of threw me off with coffee growing up. I'm more of I know I like hot chocolate and things like that. If you could help John pick a coffee, what would you say John need to be getting? Because I'm tired of going there with just my MacBook looking weird and not getting coffee. I love the food, though. I get something to eat, though, Eastside, but I don't look completely lost. What would you tell me to get? If I was to come into the spot and try to get some coffee, trying to impress a young lady, what coffee would you tell me to get?
I would tell you to get that young lady and yourself a mocha flight or a latte flight. Because we have them. They're like 4 ounces. They're just little, and you get to try different ones. So you see what you like. Mm-hmm. And the ladies love the flights. They're like, oh my God. When they hear about a flight, they just love it.
Fellas,
any kind of flight.
I'm giving y'all game. Me and Dulcinea, I'm trying to help y'all out here. Okay, so a coffee shop is a good first date.
Absolutely, because and we have little conversation cards too. So if you don't know what to ask, you're like, oh, okay, let's just get this little convo.
Oh, they helping out the community over there.
Yes.
I need to go in. I need to go in. Clearly, they have what John need in the building. Okay, beautiful women, good coffee, games. Conversation corners, good food, location. I'm there. You know what I mean? Don't even worry about it. I'm in the building.
We've had people get engaged in the coffee shop. We've had people do their engagement photos. We've had people meet. We've had baristas get married after being there. It's Cafe Corazon for a reason. It is love. I swear.
It's that love, baby.
It's the vibration of love.
And then one thing I do want to ask you, though, and here's the thing. I do not want this to be political. I'm just asking you as a entrepreneur, business owner, with the tariffs and everything that's going on, is it truly affecting business or is it just smoke and mirrors?
No, it's affecting. Okay. So coffee, we roast all of our own coffee in house. What used to be $3 a pound is now $6. It has doubled. So no, these tariffs are messing people up. Yeah. They're messing up a business.
And I wanted to ask you that because I'm not on this show. I always tell the subscribers, the fans, I hate politics.
Okay.
Right? Because it takes away from it. To me, it's all divide and conquer, right? So that's why I asked you that as a businesswoman, outside of politics, was the tariffs affecting you? Now, is there any advice you could give to business owners who rely heavily on products being shipped from these places where the tariffs are becoming higher and higher?
Man, it's hard because I don't even know what advice to give myself, right? It just kind of hit all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's right.
And I feel like it's kind of a pull to take away from local and give to bigger corporations. I mean, not to get political.
You ain't got to if you don't want to, you know what I mean?
But look, I know where I stand, and I'm not afraid to say it. Yeah. So that's what I'll say.
That's what I'm talking about. Period. And then, what does it bring you, though? Having a coffee shop that's loved by the city, and you're doing it with your family, what does that place bring you mentally, spiritually, emotionally? What does it do for you having that spot?
I mean, it is a lot of work, and it can be stressful because everything relies on you, right? If someone calls out sick, they're calling you or the management or me or my family, right? Yeah. So that's hard. And we have a face to obtain too, and we represent a community. Yeah. We represent Latin and Indigenous people in KC. We're a big part of that. So with that comes great responsibility, but I'm still happy we have that, and we can be so community oriented. Like, we do so much with nonprofits, artists, things like that. And it's beautiful. Like, when people sell their work in our space, and they take a full commission. We don't take any commission, right?
Can we get some hand claps, please, bro? Thank you. Can we get some thank you, Mark? Appreciate that. That's what I'm talking
we
about.
do care about the community
That's
a
right.
lot. And I think those moments, you know, seeing people having fun, seeing first dates, seeing people get engaged, things like that, that's when I'm like, oh, that's why we do this, you know?
Shout out to everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the whole family, okay? And if you
For
could,
real, my family's badass.
give a shout out to the family members who are, who are pivotal in everything that you guys got going on.
Well, my mama Miel. Shout out, mama.
Shout out to you, baby. You know what I mean? I love everybody, mama. Everybody, mama.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, everybody, mama is my mama. Okay, I don't meet nobody, mama, and call them by their last name. It's mama off the rip. If I meet your grandma, it's grandma. Okay, if you don't like it, so what? Okay, that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Because I truly feel that way.
Yes.
These two gentlemen can attest. If I've met both of their mothers. Hello, you know what I mean? Mama, his father, I call him pops. His daddy, I call him unc. Listen, that's just me, baby. You know what I mean? I'm from the projects, man. That's what we do, man. Everybody family is my family. You know what I mean? I love. Okay. So now, did I cut you off?
It's all right. Don't worry. Hey, you have a cool personality.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So we're going to let it slide.
Yeah, I'm just... Those may say, I ain't used to this type of shit. We cut me off.
But yeah, definitely Mama Miel. She's just a hard worker. She's the most badass woman I know. And that's not just because she's my mom. Like, she really is something unbelievable.
Yes.
That woman, she came from poverty. She speaks 7 languages. She traveled the world. She did all that herself, you know? Like, nobody helped her ever. So she's badass.
Come on, mama.
Right? My dad's badass too, because everything, if you go to the cafe, he built. So
That's
the
right.
tables, some of the chairs, like the walls, everything he did.
Yeah.
So, you know, everything was a labor of love, truly. And it was something we came together as a family and used all of our gifts to make it work. And it was meant to work.
Yeah. And that's beautiful, man, because one thing I can say, you know, a lot of people say it's tough to deal with family. So it's dope what y'all doing, because it is tough to deal with family, y'all. Oh, my God. I mean, sometimes family do you worse than anybody. It's like, wait, are you not my cousin? Well, so we just sleep on the pallet together on the floor at grandma's house. You just gonna act like that, huh? So it wasn't. Now, let me ask you this. Was there any challenges, though, with it being family? Is there any challenges when somebody's trying to be the boss, or do you all just mesh well?
We mesh well because we're good communicators, but we had to learn over time, because sometimes you don't agree on everything. And with family, you're more honest, you know? Like, you're less like, oh, well, we're going to do it this way. You're a little more like, no, we can't do it this way because of this. Yeah. And then you can get on each other's nerves. And so that's tough.
My family get on my damn nerves. That's why I say I'm the baby of 5. I just got to talk to my siblings.
Okay.
They get on my damn nerves. Because, you know, siblings is tough. You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, when you grow up with big sisters, okay, Eastside know where I'm coming from. I had 3 big sisters growing up. Yeah. My big sisters used to beat me up, bro. Okay. Well, here goes Billy Badass over in the corner. Okay, never. My sisters used to beat me the hell up because I was a runt. Yeah, this little growth spurt I got, I ain't tall or no shit like that, but this little growth spurt I got, I used to be real short with a big ass head. My sisters used to beat me up all the time, man. They used to beat me the fuck up. My sisters used to I'm talking about, because my oldest sister, she's 6 years older than me. Then they go 5 and 4. Used to whoop my ass all the goddamn time. You know what I mean? And then I got tough. And there wasn't no more of that shit. You know what I mean? Because as a young brother, you got to establish yourself at some point. You know what I mean? I was getting my ass whooped by my siblings, my parents, cousins, uncles. Everybody just whooping John ass. So when somebody asked me why you was so violent growing up, I was getting my ass whooped at home. Yeah. So when I came out the house, it was hell to pay. You know what I mean? I wasn't losing no fights outside the house. You know what I mean? That wouldn't happen.
That's good. So it trained you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
of course. Now, okay, one thing I want to ask though, did you guys feel, how can I put this? Because I want to word this correctly. Being that you guys were opening a coffee shop that was Latino and indigenous, centered. Yeah. Did you guys feel like the city wouldn't latch on to it because you were trying to honor because you could have easily went in there and just made a coffee shop. Right. But you guys did it to where you're celebrating your ancestors and everything. Did you feel like it was going to be any pushback from the community, or you guys didn't even worry about that?
Well, I thought maybe. Okay. And there was moments where, people would come in and say, go back to your country. We had a lot of...
Can we get into that if you don't mind?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, just expound on that.
Yes, we had a lot of... We still have sometimes moments like that. But I think now we have so much love that it kind of like blocks it.
Okay.
That when it does happen, people are like, hey, what the heck? You know, they say something about it. But to be honest, the main thing I really realize in life is you got to stand in integrity.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, even if you don't, other people won't understand it, at least you understand it. At least you put your all into it. That's just how I feel. Don't do what the crowd wants. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Period.
I know that's right.
And that's how it's going to work.
I know that's right.
Because if we did another, normal, basic coffee shop, maybe it would have worked a little bit, but it wouldn't be what it is now.
Uh-huh. Oh, see, what did I tell you? My family done walked in the building, okay? I just spoke Pops up, and Pops, here you are. Mom's in the building. Now, Moms, can you look? Just nod your head for me, baby. I've always called you Moms, right?
She said, yeah.
I don't play that. That's been Pops from the dump. You know what I mean? I ain't never called them nothing but that. That's my family right there.
Aww.
They can't adopt me because I'm too old, but I wish they could. You know what I mean? They got some shit going on. What's up, Pops? How you doing, baby? Looking good as always. You know what I mean?
Good to
Doing
see
good.
you.
Now, listen. I want to ask you, because you're a phenomenal artist, do you have a favorite piece? Do you have a piece? Because I know you got a lot, but do you have a piece where it's like, man, that one get me emotional when I see it?
Well, yes,
Okay.
I do. It's actually a recent one that I just sold.
Okay.
I'm about to start another collection. It's going to be like 5, 8.
Hey, man, this is a
We're
true
gonna
hustle
see.
I got.
But,
Y'all better catch up to what I got going on, man. Yeah.
but yes, and I can send you guys the photo to put on the podcast.
I would
but
love it.
It's an astronaut in space with jellyfish flying around him.
Okay.
And he has the indigenous flag instead of like, usually countries have their like US or Brazil, whatever.
Yeah.
It's the indigenous flag. So it's supposed to be like a dimensional traveler.
Yeah.
He's traveling through time, space, different realms. That one's my favorite.
And that's your favorite?
As of now,
And
okay,
because you've
maybe-
done a lot of pieces. That's
Yeah.
your favorite piece?
That's my favorite.
Hey, Mia, baby. Girl, it's almost that time, man, girl. I know it is, baby.
Oh.
I know. What? It is. It's that time. Come on, Mark.
look
Don't be like that,
beautiful.
bro. It's that time, baby. You know what I mean? Me over there looking big and beautiful. You know what I
Yes,
mean? You know
you
how
look
it is.
beautiful.
So that's
Skin
your favorite
glowing.
piece. What is your favorite type of art? Is because you do all different types. What is your favorite type of art?
It's called surreal art.
Okay.
So like Salvador Dali, if anybody knows, it's kind of like realistic, but then it has all these random things that somehow go together. It's very imaginative, and you have to expand your mind to be able to think of it,
I need to get into this art world, job, because
Yes.
look, Mark, I'm trying to tap in because there's women out there who love art. I'm trying to have all that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my tool belt together, Mark. You know what I'm saying?
Coffee shops and art. Okay?
Coffee shops, art, and I've been learning my Spanish, Mark. I've been getting good.
Do you like the Latinas?
I have, bro, but y'all see the shirt I got on? Yeah. Fuck, goddamn. Y'all see what I'm trying to attract, goddamn. But listen, what I'm saying is, Mark, I've always wanted to be able to speak a different language.
Okay.
So I've been trying my little Spanish here and there, Mark. I'm getting good, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you got, Mark?
St. Louis is basically a different language already, John.
Okay. This is true.
Are you from St. Louis?
I am.
Okay, cool.
This is true. Okay, Mark. This
Shout
is
out
okay.
St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, this is true, Mark. You're right. We do got our own little language. It might be called Dirty River or some shit like that. We fresh off that Mississippi River, baby. And Dulcinea, if you're not familiar with it, R's hurt me. Okay, the letter R. All that's gonna mess me up. You know what I mean? Because I never forget I was doing, and I didn't really notice until I had to do a boxing event. Right?
Okay.
We do a boxing event all the time. I'll be the host. Fight night under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do.
That's you. Cool.
That is the
Okay.
boy. Yeah, that's Pops too. You know what I mean? That's when we put this together. Pops in the back. So
didn't know
when
that
he
was
brought me
you.
the list of the names, obviously a lot of Latino and Latina names have R's in it.
Yes.
I'm from St. Louis, so I botched the R, so I had to really sit in the back. Don't nobody know this, but Mark and them. I had to sit in the back and practice these names.
That's dope. That's
I'm-
dedication.
Listen, I'm gonna give
Respect.
y'all some outside information. Before the camera started rolling, before Dulcinea walked in, I made sure I was saying her name right. Because for me, and this is for anybody, y'all,
Thank you.
I think it's so important to get people's names right. You know what I mean? Just take that. If you are a podcaster and you having people on, I think it's so important because I have a very white name. Right, Mark? Jonathan Little is my name. You can't mess up my name. You wouldn't have knew I was black and from the ghetto if you saw my name on a piece of paper. But it's easy to say. And I used to hate in school when substitutes would botch people's name. And just be like, mainly it was the black names though. Antoine, is that like, baby, get the damn name right. You know what I mean? You ain't got to. You ain't got to do all that. You know what I mean? You ain't got to do that. You got Ryan and Matt in here feeling good. Make me feel good too. Mark, you like me. You got a white ass name too. You know what I mean? You definitely don't have a.
It's when it's shortened, but if you.
So hold on. Wait a minute. Side note. Give me a second. Let me talk to my brother real quick.
For sure. I'm curious.
Mark is not your real name, bro.
No.
I've been around you this whole time, dog. Why I don't know that Mark ain't your real name?
Marcos?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should have known that, but we just been going by Mark for the past
Okay, you're
couple
right.
years.
My bad, dog. I was finna come at my dog for that. I didn't appreciate that. You know what I mean? Excuse me, brother. Is your name really Esai?
It's technically not. I mean,
My middle name.
Oh wait, what's her real?
You didn't know?
I'm tired of this, bro. I've been around y'all too long. Why am I learning about new names now?
Go ahead, pronounce it.
Wait, so what is your real? Because real quick, like
Tell 'em.
some info. I've known them since high school.
There you go.
Okay?
Ooh, this is
So,
good. Let's get into a segment here. Yeah, this is
I've
good.
known them since
you
high
shut
school. I've
up.
known the bosses
You
since
shut
high
up.
school. What's your real name?
You
Or
gotta give it
not
if you
your
don't want to.
first
Just
name,
cut
not
it
your
out.
middle.
Tell her.
No, that's fine. It's Crescencio.
Crescencio.
So Crescencio.
That's a cool name.
You
it's all right.
slick.
It's all
Okay,
right.
cool.
It's too difficult for people.
It
So I
ain't too
never
difficult
use it.
nothing, bro.
Hey, say it.
My
No,
husband.
you're right.
Yeah.
Look,
he said
Say it again.
crushes.
Crescencio.
Crescencio.
Say it all together.
Crescencio.
But don't try and spell it because you can't.
I was in the resource room. I never try to spell anything without spell check. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean?
My husband's name is Chris. So
Hey!
all Chris's are good.
Now
good
he
people.
goes by the Tasmanian of
Yes,
soccer, correct?
yes.
I've done my research. Shout out to you,
Thank
player.
Yes, shout out to my husband.
Shout out to
I
you,
love
player. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now, how is it though? You having a husband, he's successful. How is it though having somebody in there with you that, basically pushes you to be who you want to be?
Yeah, he's amazing. And we're very different, which is actually good. So he's an athlete, I'm an artist, right? So when we come together and talk, it's like we're talking about things, I'm learning things I never thought to talk about.
Right.
And I love that. And he is a go-getter too. My husband's from Brazil. He came here alone to this country.
That's right.
To make a life for himself. He became a professional soccer player. And he's just badass. So I love him a lot.
I'm gonna say
I
this
love
to
you,
the
baby.
husband. With my competitive nature, okay, I can't score on you. I could probably guard you, bro. You know what I mean? I could probably. No, I'm lying, bro. I know. As an athlete, I know he just got riled up. Like, who the fuck he think
He's probably laughing. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but honestly, because in podcasts, I do always like to ask guests about their significant other because I just think that's important because there's a lot of podcasts who don't celebrate, good marriages and people being together. And you and your husband have a beautiful thing. Does it make being a go-getter easier because you have a go-getter on the side of you?
Yes and no, because sometimes I'm like, we need to relax.
Okay.
Like, there's moments I'm like, let's put our phone away. Let's just have us time because we're always so busy and go-getter that I'm like, we need to love each other. We need to come together, and that's how this relationship can work.
Mm-hmm.
We have our lives separate too, which is great, but you got to come together. You got to make time.
That's right. Got to make time. And then y'all be doing crazy shit. Did he go skydiving with you when you jumped out?
That was my dad. I took my dad for his
Pops.
birthday. My dad's an ex-Marine.
Okay.
He's just he loves to do fun stuff.
Pops,
like
you are a
that.
badass. She said it earlier. You are a badass. I knew it. Go ahead.
He is. So, but no, that was my dad. I've gone paragliding in Brazil with my husband, though, off a mountain by the Christ in Rio de Janeiro. That was one of the coolest moments of my life.
Was it scary?
Yeah.
I'd have shit on myself.
It was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. Them whatever y'all was wearing would have been brown when I came down. Boy. So, but what made you do it? Like, it's just something you was just on your bucket list. You're like, man, I want to go skydiving, parasailing. Was it something y'all just wanted to do?
Yeah, little fun fact.
Okay.
I've never said this on a podcast before.
I
so-
70 would be the perfect place to do it, though, man. I
Yes.
swear it would be.
So I'm about to drop. If I could actually do anything, which I do want to accomplish this maybe in my life, I would be a skydiving instructor. Which sounds crazy, I know, but if I couldn't fail at something, I would totally try that.
I'm afraid, man. I listen.
Yeah.
I just got done reading Will Smith's book, and the last chapter is about him skydiving. I can't do it. Like, I would, boy. Hey, listen, the person strapped to me would be, I'm talking Mark, I'll be farting the whole way down.
Are you gassy?
In that situation, hell yeah. You know what I mean? We 50,000 feet. However the hell high y'all be, I'm farting the whole time down. You know what I mean? He just gonna have to live with it. You know what I mean?
Pedos. Hey, I'm trying to think. I didn't fart on the way down, but I screamed, okay? Like, I'll keep it real. If I fart, I'll fart.
See what I'm saying?
I have no shame.
There you go.
You know, we all do it, right? It's okay.
Don't make me segue, because I go into a whole segment that, we'll talk about that for the next 15. So I'm going to let you, let's stay on the skydiving. Okay?
No, but if I can give you a tip about skydiving.
Please do.
The scariest part is jumping out.
Yes.
Once you jump, you're going so fast, you don't feel like you're falling. You feel like you're floating.
Oh, so that's what it feel like. So, but you see in the ground, get closer to the Dulcinea Herrera.
If you're afraid of heights, I don't know. Are you?
Okay. I'm not afraid of heights.
Okay.
When I get up in high places, though, I just think to myself, what the hell am I doing up here? So it's not like I get up there and go, I don't panic or, buckle. I just be like, bro, why am I up here, bro? Like, why did I? So the whole time, if I was strapped to somebody by Joe out of the plane, I would be asking him, bro, can I not do it now? Like, because once we jump, you jump. But you say once you jump, that's the most fulfilling feeling. You just jump.
Yeah, actually, they say more people die after they skydive because their adrenaline's so high that they're driving their car and they're going fast and they get in a wreck. Then people actually skydiving. Yeah. So
take care of yourself.
People sit down in your car after.
And I'm glad you said that, because most people won't say that. They'll just tell you to go skydiving and not tell you the after facts. You know what I mean?
The after effects. Yeah, your brain is going. You can't really sleep the night after. You're
hell no. See, there you go. Because I can't sleep as it is. I don't get much sleep as it is. So no, I couldn't do that. And now the parasailing, that's different than skydiving though. You it looks gradually going down, I would assume, huh?
Yeah, it more feels like you're flying like a bird. It's very calming. That one though, when I did it, so in Brazil they speak Portuguese.
Yes, ma'am.
And my Portuguese is actually pretty good now. Okay. But at the time, it wasn't. So the guy was like, I thought we were going to do a little test run and run around, and he just jumped off the cliff with me. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? I was freaking out.
Look,
so
I'm going to tell you, Dulcinea, we call that Caucasian activities where I'm from. Lord Jesus.
The caucasity of it all. Yes. You're right, though.
Now, would you do you've done skydiving, you've done parasailing. Would you do the suit? You see them jump off the cliff and they just got the whole suit.
That is great. I don't know if I would do that.
Wing gliding.
It looks cool, but dang, it's dangerous. I don't think I could do that.
You need the other two.
I don't think I could do it. The other two, though, as someone was with me,
Okay, right.
That one, you on your own.
See, now I do that, though. I'm not going to lie, though.
What? Wait, so you got some caucasity?
At me. I would do it. You didn't let me finish. I would do it as an old man. You know what I mean? Okay. Once I get to my midlife crisis, then I do it. You know what I mean? Get some adrenaline back in my life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it now. I got too much life to live. You know what I mean? What if it go wrong? And then I don't trust nobody, Dulcinea. I'm not going to lie. I feel like they're going to poke a hole in my suit before I go.
Oh, wow.
I'm from St. Louis. That's Backdoor City. I think everything's a setup. You know what I mean? I think everybody set me up. Eastside set me up last week, but we won't speak about that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I should tell your mother and father on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I should let them know how their sons operate in business. You know? Okay, now, as far as skydiving and everything, is there anything else on your bucket list? Any wild things that you want to, indulge in? Would you go to space?
Ooh, space? Whoa.
Yeah, because it's coming now. Elon, he's trying to get some shit together. Once he do it for poor people, I'll be there.
Right. I'm like, right now, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you get a payment plan together, Elon.
I got to see if a couple people go up before I go up.
And I got to see some people that look like me go up, too. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how my bone density would fare up there. But would you go to space if you could?
Maybe. I don't think I would want to go and be there for 5 years, you know, but I would go and come back. Maybe. I don't know. It would probably be beautiful and
I would think too, but you don't. Let me ask you this: since you're the conspiracy man himself, get the mic, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you ever got a conspiracy, you one of those too?
Oh, I love them.
Ain't this some shit?
Yes,
okay, all right. So this is good. This is a good segue here.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Thoughts on space here. Before you answer her question, this is good. She giving questions.
Yeah, I know.
No, this is good. This is my favorite type of guest. What are your thoughts on space, bro? Do you believe in it or not? Your parents are here, bro, so don't embarrass mother and father, bro.
Nah, it's hard to say you don't believe it because all the, all the stuff.
The facts.
Yeah, all the stuff.
The facts.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, go ahead.
The stuff. But I don't know if we go biblically.
Okay.
Then, it talks about a firmament, and if there's a firmament, then it's what is space?
Okay, I'm with you, baby.
Firmament is technically like a dome.
Okay, all right.
overhead. You know,
I'm following you.
So we couldn't get through. So what is
You gonna lose me? I know you fit to.
know, no, that's
I be with him, Dulcinea, baby, till he go too far.
You're trying.
I agree with the first part. He always fuck me up afterwards. Go
No,
ahead.
that's it.
All right. Okay. Now, what question did you ask him?
Yeah, I'm
What's your
curious.
favorite conspiracy? Ooh, and don't get us canceled, my dog.
No. My favorite one is actually like the most outlandish.
Okay.
Because it involves aliens.
Okay.
But
I believe in aliens, so I'm with you, baby. Let's do it.
So it's that during the 40s when all the UFO crashes were happening, or whatever, or like the first ones that were public. Allegedly, this group of aliens that are all different types from all different, dimensions, I guess you could say, and they're a group called Galactic Federation, and allegedly after we collected some of their spacecrafts, they had a meeting with Dwight D. Eisenhower, who was president at the time. The Federation.
Okay.
And they basically were telling Dwight D. Eisenhower that they want to reveal themselves to the world. And then the group of people behind Dwight D. Eisenhower basically was like, they're not ready. So from that point, they signed like a time treaty to when they can reveal themselves. But in that time, it was said that they traded technology for allowing allowing them to experiment, and
I ain't mad at you,
know. So that's
your
the cool.
favorite one, though,
that's my favorite one because that would be the craziest if that was real.
Right,
you know,
okay. Right.
But like I said, it's
no.
crazy.
Keep the mic because this is conspiracy talk.
Yes, I love.
Do you have a
aliens.
favorite conspiracy? I got me one, but I can never fucking speak on it. But okay.
Well, let me first talk about aliens. At this point, I don't think it's do they exist. It's what are they doing and what are they? That's really more my question.
Yeah,
because
okay,
I think
that.
at this point the world has seen so many videos of different things that it's like we can't deny.
So you believe in aliens?
Absolutely,
I do too.
I've seen them.
But I
What? Wait.
Yes.
now we're getting
seen
good.
them.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Now. Don't say, but what do you mean you seen them? Goddamn me.
So where I live in New Mexico, it's very it's very common to see them. Like I'm about 6 hours from Roswell, New Mexico, which is like the OG thing.
Oh, look at him! Look at him!
No, that was one of the first public sightings.
Okay, all right.
So it's very common where we live. Actually, like if you talk to the natives on the reservations, they're all like, yeah, we just saw it last week. It comes over here. It's very like normal. It's not like taboo like here.
Yeah.
But yeah, one time I was sitting on top of this mountain by our house and I was just looking up and there was this like weird, I don't even know. It almost looked reflective and it was like it was a circle shape and it was just moving super odd. Like there's no way anything can move. Like it wasn't doing this. It was like here and then it was here and then it was here. And it was big. And it was clear that it was not something that like we as humans have. At least that I know of.
Man, you motherfuckers in New Mexico got it going on. I need to come out there so I can see some shit.
For real. It's a very spiritual alien. There's the first atomic bomb was made like 2 hours from where I'm born. So there's also like a lot of weird stuff like that going on. So,
because I'm gonna be honest with y'all,
there's probably more stuff that I don't even know about.
That's right. I'm gonna tell you about. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
There.
Here's the only time I feel like I saw one. Look, let me keep it gangster, Mark. Look, let me just be honest with you. Of course, I was high. Let me just be honest. I got family in the building. I was high on my mind one night, right? I'm in the suburbs. I'm chilling with my white friends. That might have been what the problem was. I don't know. That may have been the issue. You know what I mean? So I'm out in the suburbs. We getting high. And it's a little cloudy, Mark. And I look up. We look up. And this is John ain't with all the conspiracy shit. I look up, Mark. It's something flying so low, bro. I don't know what it was, but you could not convince me that I wasn't looking at some shit. What's the word? Extraterrestrial? Did I say that word right?
Yeah, E.T.
You can't convince me that ain't what I saw. I just don't say nothing because I don't want to sound crazy. But I know what the fuck I saw. But it might have been the Reggie. I'm not gonna lie. We was a lot of Reggie was getting. I got mom and pops in a bit. I can't talk about this type of stuff. God damn it. Okay, now stand up. Now with conspiracies. Now listen. Only reason why I believe in aliens is because I believe in space. So if space is truly as big as they say it is, it got to be some type of life forms, dog. What? Go ahead.
Okay, so look, that's the crazy thing is the actual like researchers that are like deep into this shit say that none of them are from space. they're all interdimensional, apparently.
In the ocean.
That makes sense.
No, well, so they say that
They
there's
say the
like
ocean only 95%.
there's underground
undiscovered.
bases in the ocean that is where they like preside.
Mariana Trench.
Some of them, not all of them.
I'm trying to put some facts in the shit.
Yes.
I'm trying to help a dog out.
So if space has nothing to do with it, then it's like, what the fuck? You know?
Listen, I'm mad.
Dimensions.
I want to meet them, dog. Like, I'm just being real. You know what I mean? I feel like they could be some. And then look,
Come to the podcast. Come to the podcast sitting in this chair. Yes. I want to
pull
hear
up
an
to the
alien
pod.
too.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what
I
I'm saying?
will watch that
Sit
episode.
down with us. And then I got Esai. He believes in it already. You know what I mean? Now, if y'all going to bring us up to the spaceship, we're going to have y'all sign some stuff.
We'll Zoom call.
The Zoom call, you know what I mean? Because of certain shit, we not going to, you know what I mean? No, you know, I'm black and we've been picked up and dropped off too many goddamn times in our life. So we not going to, you know what I'm saying, Mark? I'm just keeping it real, bro. That's how we got here, brother. You're not going to pick me up and take me somewhere. No, I don't trust it. Come to the hood with me. What if the aliens come to the hood? You know what I
They
mean?
might already be there.
That's a crazy one.
I feel
That
like
they
they're
live
amongst us.
Oh, God.
I think that they are. I've
Now-
met some people, I'm like, you're not a human.
So now let me ask you this then. Because we talking about conspiracies. The pyramids.
Oh, you know, that was what I was going to
There
bring
we
up when
go.
you asked me my favorite.
Now, let me ask you this
Yes.
though, because you have that Latina in you and that indigenous. We don't question about the pyramids in Latin America, the Mayans,
Right.
Aztecs. We don't question those pyramids.
We
As soon as it goes to Africa, now we questioning shit.
Right.
What are your thoughts on the pyramids?
Well, I think that, and it's also coming out, more studies are being found that people think it's like an energy thing.
Mm-hmm.
So just like our towers are with our cell phones, it's something similar to that. It's not just like a tomb.
Yeah.
And no mummies are buried like in the pyramid. They're around the pyramids.
Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that there's some energy thing going on. Do I think aliens built it? I don't know. I also think that ancient civilizations are very intelligent. Like we think that we're so like, oh my gosh, we're so smart now. But look at what we're doing to our earth. Look at what we do to our people.
Ma'am.
I think that we need to learn from some of these ancient civilizations, and that they were probably more advanced in so many technologies and love and treating people as well. And spirituality, like able to go in different dimensions.
Yeah.
Y'all may think I'm
No,
crazy, but I
because
really
listen,
believe
I'm
with
in
you.
No, you in
this.
it now. Listen,
Yes.
you just don't know what segment you walked into. He loves this type of shit. He's over there
Yes.
brewing. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Have your moment,
So
brother.
like to add on to the pyramid shit.
Yeah.
Just recently, they did like this it's like a sonar detection of underneath the pyramid.
Yeah.
And they found pillars with coils wrapped around each of those pillars going 600 kilometers beneath, like directly under the pyramids.
Yeah.
And it's like probably like 12 of them connected to the bottom of the pyramid going down deep. And then there's even structures at the very bottom of that. So that shit really does go.
So now look,
deep
let me
down.
ask both of y'all because you know we cooking now, okay?
Yes.
Eastside's finally got somebody in the building who can. Because I'm be honest with you, I'm tell you what Eastside goes through. He usually shunned for these type of topics. You know what I
No.
mean?
I'm
We usually
the
call him
crazy guy
sideways.
in
We
the
call
podcast.
that's
Well,
right.
then I'm crazy as heck.
There you go.
Because I might be crazier than all this.
So let me ask y'all this though, because I
In a
just
good
alluded
way.
to it a second ago. We don't question the pyramids in Latin America because we know how hard our folks down there work. Why are we questioning the pyramids in Africa?
I think it's the size of the stones that are like that it's
My
built
Latino
of.
people went over there, did a favor real quick, and came back. You know what I mean?
Hey, we're talking about bigger than buses.
Y'all can do it. You know
I
what
don't
mean?
know. That's big. It's big as fuck.
Man, listen, I rode through the suburbs on these big ass mansions. I only see y'all up there. Y'all could do it.
We'll figure it out. We probably figure it out. You're right.
Ain't nobody else better for the job. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
They called my Latino brother and like, hey, look, got a little money. Come on over here, do this, and go back. Say we did it.
But shoot, give the Africans credit because
No, we ain't
talk
do that. I'm
about
gonna be honest with you,
ancient,
baby.
like,
We didn't do
you don't think so? I don't know.
We ain't do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. We didn't do it. I don't know who the fuck did it.
I wasn't there, so I can't say.
Hey, but like
know?
you said, ancient civilizations
Yeah.
that were way more advanced than us.
Do y'all really believe though? Like,
Yeah.
because at the same time with evolution, technology didn't got better. Things have gotten better. You know what I mean? Do y'all truly believe ancient civilizations were smarter than us back then? But how so if throughout time we've gotten smarter?
Well, so I heard this the other day and it made me like, oh, this makes so much sense.
Okay.
So me and my friends were talking who are native
Okay.
girls, and we're talking about all these books that we've read, and we were talking about colonization and how the indigenous people, you know, we were here, and then the Europeans came and they did all this nasty, horrible stuff, right? They enslaved people, they murdered people, they took them from their homes, all those things. We were talking about how the Europeans were meant to come here, it was their destiny, but they were meant to learn from the indigenous people how to live and take care of the earth and how to take care of people. But instead, they didn't, and they used their power at the time for bad, and they actually ended up wronging their destiny.
You goddamn right.
That's just my feeling. I think that we were all meant to come together at some point anyway. It was only a matter of time. I think we already did in the past. Yeah. But then the world's changed.
That greed and money, man.
Yeah, greed, money, power.
Yeah.
It's a drug. And not a good one.
Yeah, but you want to, and it's fucked up because I know that but I want to be rich though. So it's like I'm kind of battling with that. You know what I mean? I'm just you know what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna just stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? God ain't blessed me with a lot of money yet, but when He do, I'm gonna do right by the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. I don't think wanting money's bad though.
You damn
right. I think it's fine as long as you.
We grew up broke.
I
want some goddamn money. What
yes,
the hell is this?
I did too.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm ready to be a multi-millionaire. I will do right with my money.
I want to listen.
Like God can trust me with what I'm gonna do with my money.
God, you can trust us.
Yes.
Because listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dulcinea, baby. I just want to go in the hood and do ghetto fabulous stuff.
But you can do that too.
Yeah, no, but I'm being for real. I want to pull up in the hood, ice cream truck free. We rolling through every block. It's free.
Cool.
Goddamn, bring the babies out. Goddamn, I'm paying light bills all through the hood. You know what I mean? I just want to do shit like that. Mr. Beast, get with me, baby. We can go to the hood.
Mr. Beast, get with me too.
Get with us. You going through all these different places. Real. You know that little fake ass well you built in Africa and all that. Come to the hood. Listen, it's people here in America who need your assistance. You don't have to go all the way across the big pond to help nobody. It's a neighborhood I hail from. I can give you a pass. You can be down there with all the Bloods and the Crips kicking it. It'll be a good look for you too, Mr. Beast. But go ahead, Esai, bro. What you got?
No, I was gonna say you're gonna be like Mr. Deeds and get everybody a red Ferrari and stuff.
That's one of my favorite movies. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to live ghetto fabulous. I ain't gonna run out to the suburbs and do stuff for the suburbs. They cool. I'm gonna go right to the hood and we gonna party. We're gonna have us a cookout. Everybody lunch meat free. You know what I mean? What we got, Esai, bro? Mark, I'm asking the wrong person. Nah, damn you. Mark, what we looking like? Because I got more questions. 56, good. Okay, now, if you could give advice to a young woman, right, who is a young man as well, but I like to focus on because you're a woman. Yeah. Give advice to a young woman who is inspired by you, wants to start her own business, wants to do art, anything. What advice would you give her?
Yeah, I would say believe in yourself more than anyone else. You're going to get people who don't believe in you. You're going to get people who do. You're going to be criticized. Just be yourself. Believe in yourself authentically. Don't worry about what people think of you.
Because I listen, and you goddamn right, because John, I don't give a damn what nobody think about me.
Yeah, you don't, and I love that. The moment I met you at his house, I was like, this guy is cool. I appreciate authentic people.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yes. I keeps it 1,000. All the white people finna come in here. I'm ingratiate myself with them. I just wanted to make sure. You know I be on point. Sorry, I can't focus. It'd be a lot of shit going on.
They're recruiting for the fire department.
Are they really? How much they paying?
Good. I promise.
Would you do it?
I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? This is why this is beauty. What I do, because Esai and Martin, they try to get me all the time. John, stop reacting to everything. When people walk in, stop saying stuff.
Focus.
I can't focus. Goddamn! I told you I was in the resource room. As far as being a firefighter, okay? Yes, I would. Now this might sound crazy, come from John, but one of my greatest traits, y'all, is being a protector. I actually pride myself in that. Well, if I go out and if you go out with me, my job is to make sure you get home at night.
Okay.
That's my job. That. That's how I've always been. You could call my friends now. They'll tell you. It's times I'm in the club, I'm just in the corner. I'm away from the group. I want to see who looking at my homeboys. You know what I mean? Like, which one of y'all staring? Because my homeboys like to wear jewelry. They fly. I'll be like, bro, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm in the corner watching everybody in the club. Like, which one of y'all staring? Because you always check the dudes who like, look at buddy. I done seen it all. So I would be a firefighter because of that. Hell yeah, I'll go do it. You know what I mean? I kick in some door. You don't shake your head. I would kick in the door and go save somebody, bro.
So if you do it out here, most of the time, you're getting like old ladies that need to walk up the stairs.
That's fine. I love everybody grandma. That's what's
supposed
to do. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is not as action packed as you would think.
I don't need it to be. I really don't want it to be neither.
Yeah, no,
it's from your sisters beating you up that you became a protector.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Shout out to your sisters, by the way.
No, ain't no shout out to them. What you mean, Dulcinea, baby? My sister used to beat my ass growing up. I had 3 big sisters whooping my ass. You know what I mean? Esai claims he didn't get beat up by his big sisters. Whoop-de damn do. Mia, is this a fact?
Look,
is he lying?
Family.
Mia said he's lying. He tried to act like Billy Badass. Like I said, his sister didn't beat him up.
She's
yes,
always been 2'9", bro. So
it doesn't. You know how tall okay, my oldest sister is 5 foot even, bro. She used to beat me up too.
That's crazy.
I mean, it was what it was until I got my shit together.
Tiny but
Tell her
mighty.
to come to the gym, all right?
No. Because look, my sister bald head, bro. She got the low fade, bro. So when we was growing up, they couldn't pull on her hair when they was fighting because she had the low fade, bro.
Had the advantage,
No, sister was like that, bro. My sister Pooh, boy, whooping ass in the hood. Oh, Lord. Okay, now, I'm not letting my 2 brethren get away from what I was trying to do earlier. They thought I forgot. Yeah, because my guest went to high school with these 2 whack-ass gentlemen right here. Yeah, baby. Okay, we're going to start with Marky Mark. Do you remember Mark from high school?
Yes, he used to hang out with my cousin Tommy.
Okay.
Shout out to Tommy.
Do you remember Tommy?
Yeah, we're still in touch.
Oh, hey.
What year did you guys graduate in?
We were 17.
17.
I'm
like, what was I? Oh, I think I was 18. 2018 or 2019.
Now, what was your
remember.
impression of Mark, though? Because we grown now in the hallways. When you saw Mark, what did you think of Mark? Like, was he look at this lame ass. Like, what were you thinking about Mark when you saw Mark?
No, I thought he was cool. And
Don't lie.
Because
Dude,
my
ain't gotta
cousin,
lie. Fuck
for
him.
real. Oh, I won't lie. I'll be honest.
Cool.
I'll be first impression. I think I might have even met Mark when I was younger.
Yeah, since me
Yeah.
and Tommy know each other for
You
so
were
long.
hang out with my cousin
Mm-hmm.
at his house, I think.
Yeah.
So it's been even longer. No, I thought he was cool.
Cool. All right.
He was always nice.
You lucky,
chill.
Mark. I was waiting. I'm going to get somebody in here to talk dirty on you,
Damn,
player.
no, I'm just kidding. Actually,
no.
Eastside-
We coming to your ass next, goddammit. Yeah, you thought this was a game, goddammit. That's
no,
fine.
I don't really remember it either. I just remember being like, hey, what's up? Because I think you guys would hang out, so then I would see you with my cousin sometimes.
Now, was he a cool guy? Because this is my brother right here. Was he a cool
You
guy?
were cool? I thought you were cool.
All right.
Yeah.
He was lame. Look, just say it.
Nah, he wasn't lame. He was cool. We had a big school, like full of people. So there's just so much that I'm like trying to remember.
Now, what high school was this again?
Shawnee Mission North.
That's the one right there on Lamar, right?
Johnson
Drive.
Drive. It's like
With the
red
backside
and-
is Lamar, ain't it?
the Bison.
Oh, is that a separate school? Or is it the same school?
Oh, Horizon is the different. Yeah. It's,
Hey, well, listen, let me say this. Shout out to everybody who's at the alternative school up the
for
way.
sure.
You are somebody, okay? John, my longest stint, I'm going to let y'all in on a secret here. My longest stint at alternative school, 180 days, indeed. Yeah. I did 180 days, bro, for sure that. I did, no. Listen, in the school system, that's the longest suspension you can get without getting expelled is 180 days. I got 180 of them things.
were you a wild
Can we ask
kid?
before?
Yes. Huh?
Can we ask before?
Okay, so what's
Yeah,
crazy
true,
is
true.
no, look,
Let's
and
hear
I don't
the tea,
mind.
honey.
What does 180 days get you?
I don't mind. Listen, when my mother was on the podcast, you missed that episode, Mark. She alluded to that. I got into a real bad fight in school. It got bad. You feel what I'm saying? I lost it. You know what I'm saying? I blacked out. Got arrested for it. It was a real bad fight. That's my dog to this day. But I mean, it was bad.
Was that when we were talking about like those guys that cry during fights or something? We were talking about that. Yeah.
Now let me say this. I was past that stage though, Mark, because this was 8th grade. This was started 8th grade year. No, it was started 8th grade year, bro. Yeah, it was a real bad fight. And I mean, I fought a lot, but I wasn't a bad kid. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, it probably don't.
Yeah,
to
you
some
had a
people.
good heart. But you were
Because-
just a bit of trouble.
There you go. Because my teachers would always be like, Mr. Little, I don't know how. I just don't see this in you. Me neither. Goddamn, I don't know what happened, but he tried me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I just
They didn't see it coming either.
No, they didn't. No, but you want to know what though, Mark? They saw it coming. Because one thing I always been able to compartmentalize, even before I knew what the word was. I still can't spell the shit. Yeah, it's all good. I've always been able to be a good kid, but whoop ass on the side. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is, man. Like,
Yeah.
I like to fight. You know what I mean? I'm in the boxing gym as we speak. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
cool.
That's what I do,
What
man.
gym you go to?
Aha. Hey, Pops. She asked me what gym I go to play.
Yeah.
If y'all need to know where gym I whoop ass at, Leo Marino Boxing Gym. Okay, Overland Park, baby. Junior, see?
Junior.
Junior Boxing Gym. You know what, Pops? Out of respect for you and your place, because I love it. I'm going to say it again.
Is that your place? Oh, cool. Okay.
You want to get some boxing lessons, man?
Yes.
Let us know.
My
man.
dad
we can put it together.
He coaches UFC fighters.
Oh, see, now that's a whole
so
different.
I'm like, that's cool. I respect.
Shout out to the
But he
UFC
coaches
dudes.
boxing too, but
Yeah.
just that place.
So yeah, I just always, and growing up, my mother
cool.
wouldn't let me box because I was already an aggressive child. So my mother was just like, "Nah, my baby not finna box. He not finna be missing teeth and be punch drunk and all that type of shit." So she never let me box. So she let me play football because
Okay.
I had to do something. I had to do something violent. You know what I mean? I couldn't. I had to.
That's
Mark,
fair.
you're a former
Some
football
people-
player. You know how this
yeah.
shit is, bro.
You had pent up aggression. I didn't have that shit.
Bro, bullshit. You play running back, bro. There's no way you wasn't aggressive, Mark. So, but he got hit though. Every play he got hit. He had to either block or get tackled. Every play, right or wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's a big difference. I mean, like, you know how I wanted to play, then you know they sometimes just send out boys to play.
Yeah.
But you had some aggression. I wasn't out here trying to hurt people.
True boxing, you gotta be like a warrior to be a boxer.
You gotta have a
'Cause
chip
you
on your
gotta be able
shoulder.
to take a punch and
Yeah.
give a punch.
You damn right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one thing I've
Respect
always been able to
too.
do is give a punch.
Facts.
My right hand is legendary. Hey, Pops, you know your son trained me like a Mexican fighter. You know what I'm saying? He got my sauce still, though. One thing, you know what? Let me give my dog his flowers. This is what he said to me. He said, "You look, bro, I'm going to let you keep your swag, but I'm going to train you like a Mexican fighter." I'm a bad motherfucker. But Pops, I'm going to be honest with you. Pops tried to set me up. I told you I'm from St. Louis. I think everything's a setup. Pops tried to set me up. He tried to make me box his best fighter. Okay, he tried to make me spar him. I was like, "You should get in there with Malachi." Hell no, what the hell I'm get in there with him for? Let this young pup whoop up on me and then put it online for the world to see. Now I'm online embarrassed. I got my ass
Really?
full, Mark. Yeah, no, it didn't happen.
I was like,
because I won't allow it.
I was like, put it in the video.
I get in there with, hey, look. He said, "Be my trainer, bro." I get in there with him one time, bro. But then look, no cameras are involved in the gym the whole time, bro.
Hey, you remember the episode of Martin when he was in there?
Yeah,
Red?
what time you heard? Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be like.
Hey, hold on. Fuck you mean that's how it's gonna be. You supposed to be so you ain't got no faith in your boy, huh? I mean, I can hang in there with Malachi ass, bro. He's seasoned, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get it. Look, give me in there with somebody. What happened to the big heavyweight y'all had in the gym? His ass still boxing in the gym? Let me
Yeah,
get in on his ass.
he's there, but Malachi does need a fill-in fighter for April 26th. If
It ain't gonna be me.
If you want to get ready?
What they
make
paying?
a little chicken.
April
What they paying?
26th. That's soon.
We'll get you paid. We'll get you paid. I ain't taking
I
no
ain't trying to
cut
hear all
neither.
that.
No.
See, it's a setup, baby.
No. You see, I said I won't take no cut.
What you?
I just get you paid.
But you ain't telling me what I'm getting paid though.
Because that's up for negotiation.
No, because if he lump me up, what I'm gonna get $500? No, fuck that.
Come on,
Excuse
bro.
my
You
language,
ain't
those
Jake
baby.
Paul doing all these stipulations. Go. If I get a bump on my face.
2,500.
Oh, $2,500 to fight Malachi?
Yeah.
I ain't got no time though, bro.
I did it in a month.
Oh, now you got it.
But that ain't a good storyline.
It's not you're going 0
I'm
and 1 to
30, you know
start.
what I'm saying?
You're taking a dive probably.
Malachi, how old? 18? They gonna be like he whooped up on his old man.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I'm still sharp, bro. It's like, fuck you mean? I'm still sharp, man. I'll be looking good. But he's my trainer, and he's a piss poor trainer. You know what I mean? He won't train me no more. I think it's because I don't pay him. I think that's what it is.
If you lose, you can blame it on the trainer.
What the hell? I'm gonna blame it on. I'm blaming it on he good. What you
Wait,
mean?
your audience already knows that it's because you got a corporate job and couldn't work out at the time we was working out. So don't even put it on me.
Dang,
This true.
it's already been said.
I take the dive for $2,500.
Shoot,
Shit, I'm a hustler,
25?
Dulcinea, baby.
I'll fight him for 2,500.
Give me that. Pops, we'll talk about it. We're gonna bump that number up. Just you know what I'm saying? And then look, if I take a knee, I still get my money though, bro.
Nah, you cannot do that. Come on, we can't punk
Look, it's a
ourselves
warrior heart
out.
coming out, so you can't do that.
Come on
Hey, man, the
now,
hell with y'all. You know what I mean?
you gotta dedicate.
I can listen, and I'm gonna be honest with you, moms. I can do that, baby. I can get to the second round. I'm keeping it real. Oh my god,
I believe in you.
I can get to the win. No, he is, bro. I don't like his calmness, bro. I don't like his calmness, bro. You know, my grandma always says it's the quiet ones you gotta watch, bro. I
Yeah.
don't like his calmness. I don't like that he just. I've never seen him. I've seen him fight twice. I haven't seen him frown once, bro. Like nothing. He's like a robot, bro. Like he just. It's beautiful to watch, man. Shout out to my dog Malachi Ross. If you, man, listen. But look, enough on that. See, Dulcinea, I get distracted. You know, talking to these individuals. Okay, now, last thing though. Because you are former Miss Latina KC,
Yes,
how was that experience though?
it was cool. It was more than I thought it was gonna
Okay.
be. I got to go speak at schools. I got to speak with kids. It was nice. I would honestly, I'm not a pageant girl, but the realness and the rawness of that was really cool,
Yeah.
and I would do that again.
And I tell you what, man, and that's what I like to do. You know what I mean? In regards to with the podcast, I always like to make it feel like a conversation.
Yeah.
No matter, because at the end of the day, I would hate for you to come sit down and I'm just asking you generic questions back to back and it doesn't feel like a conversation.
Right.
I love the fact that you're sitting down and you're comfortable and you feel like you're just having a genuine conversation
Absolutely.
with somebody.
Talking about aliens and all.
That's what I'm talking about, man. But, I mean, Eastside love that type of shit. You know what I mean? Now, let me ask you this, though. If there's one thing about you that nobody could guess, whether it be a hobby of yours, something you're into, what is something people wouldn't guess about you and something that you're into?
Dang, let's see.
I'll go first if you need me to.
Well, you can go first if you want.
I got you.
I got mine, but go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
I'll
go
first.
ahead.
Okay, Mark, you ready for this? Okay, if you're a fan of the podcast, you've heard this before. I love watching bushcraft videos, okay, online. And bushcraft is this. People who go out and just spend time in the wilderness alone and they got to make fires and get water and cook food. I love them type of videos. So in my spare time, I'm getting high. That's what I be watching. You know what I mean?
I love that for you.
I love it. Why I love
Maybe
it?
you're a mountain man at heart.
I ain't never been in the mountains though, so
Okay.
I'm a city boy at heart. Though. Maybe I'm just preparing for the inevitable when shit go wrong. Because I'm telling you, I can make a fire. I know how to filter my water. Okay, I know how to make a good shelter. Okay, I'm ready, Mark. What you got? You
New Mexico mountains. That's where you
That's
gotta
what
go.
I'm saying. See? Because I'm a mountain girl.
Okay, all right.
So
okay.
I'm not a city girl.
I'm a city boy through and through, man.
So
But
maybe we want what we don't know.
see what I'm saying?
You know,
Listen. And I've told them this. I think my wife is in an indigenous tribe somewhere. Baby. So I may
She
have
might
to go.
be. That's why you have that Friends shirt on. You got yourself a Mexicana
This is what
indigenous
you call
woman.
marketing, fellas. Okay.
No, you should wear that at Cafe Corazon. I bet you'll have some girls be like, hello. Get you some latte flights, some cocktails.
I'm gonna close my notes on that because clearly she's trying to make sure that my pimping is strong, okay? And I know what to wear, what to get.
Yes.
Oh, y'all in trouble now. Mark, what you got, baby? You still
You
holding
let
the
me
mic?
know when you have your date coming.
You got some coupons or something for the boy?
Absolutely. That's what I was gonna say. I'll give you some little free drink, free drink tokens.
I'm gonna hit
after
you.
this.
Look, look. I'm a man of the people. I will walk in with a woman and be looking for you. I'm like, hey,
That's okay. We said it here.
Okay, all right.
Put my name on it.
Before we get off track, though,
And then when you see John in there and the next week with a different woman, you
I
keep your
know.
mouth
Okay,
shut.
wait, hold on. Let's clear this up. One time, we can't be having like at 3 p.m. you got one, and then at 5 p.m. and then we can't be having that. Okay, we gotta have like one day. The rest of the day you do your thing.
Hey, Mark, I'm tell you something. You're a sad individual for doing that, bro. That was totally
No,
my
thank
plan.
you, Mark. Got me saving my money.
There you go, because it's a young lady who loves her coffee spot. When she found out I was interviewing her, she was all just, oh my God, I love it.
What's her-
Don't worry,
well,
John.
shout
Don't
out
worry.
to
You have.
We won't say her name because I don't know how it's going. But
Just
shout out to
You
her.
right.
John, you have 3 different locations soon to be hitting.
True, you have 3 different locations to take little girlies.
That's what I'm talking about.
But-
Yeah, look, I'm just trying to find love. That's all I'm trying to do, y'all.
Yes.
I'm out here. I'm lonely, okay? Let's just call it what it is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
lonely.
A lot of people are.
You know what I mean?
But yeah. Your question, because we got a little. What was?
The question was, what is something about you that nobody would guess? Like something about you that you're intrigued in, a hobby that nobody would guess.
So I haven't even said it really publicly yet because, I want to take it lightly, and I think so. I'm training in Reiki right now, which is energy healing.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I haven't really publicly said it is because a lot of people say they do it and they don't really do it, or it is a indigenous practice.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of indigenous practices in energy work, and then you have people, the caucasity, they come in and they're like, oh, I know how to do all this, and I went to Peru and I learned how to do it.
Yeah.
But
So that's the thing you've been into lately.
I keep it G, I've been into it lately, and I want to learn more. And herbalism, I've been learning how to heal with plant medicine.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Now, I'm an herbalist as well. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I
You know what I'm
feel
saying,
you.
baby? I'm
Yes.
an herbalist. I believe in healing through plants given from God. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Man-made plants that you do not have to touch, that just grow up out the ground, and they got their own just medicines and practices. And I like to deal with things that people don't die from. You know what I mean? I'm an herbalist. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? I was almost been an herbalist this morning as I was getting my notes together. You know
Me
what I mean?
too. Give me some. Give me a little 5. I know I can't really reach you. I got short arms. I'm sorry.
Mark, see, you need to become an herbalist, okay? Because you called me an addict 2 episodes ago. That's what you called me. He did. He called me a drug addict. You know what I mean? He called me a drug addict, said I was addicted and all of that. Could be true. But I mean, I'm trying to heal, Mark. What the fuck? You know what I mean? You get with me, Mark. What the hell? You know what I mean?
Also, shout out, we just did a collaboration with a weed company called From the Earth.
Oh, let's get into That's where I go, right? Is it one on Southwest?
It's all of them in Missouri. So
Weed coffee?
So we have, if you go to From the Earth location, you can get little edibles that are flavored after our coffee.
Oh, that's
So it's
dope.
a horchata latte and a dulce de leche, like caramel edible.
That's
and
what-
you pop them and they're good.
Oh, y'all are doing phenomenal things. Y'all already partnered with the weed company.
Yes.
Mark, we need to start us a business, bro. I don't know what, bro. We got to hurry up, bro.
Maybe you need a weed company, or
They ain't
you
gonna never let us in. You know they ain't gonna. You know they ain't keeping that. They ain't gonna let people that look like us in that
Hey,
business.
that's what we said about coffee, though.
You right. You
So
right.
you gotta make it. You gotta make it your own.
That's right.
People will come.
Eastside, bro, let's do it, bro. Let's start us a weed company, bro. We might have to go
Have a
underground
little
first, though.
farm. True.
You know what I'm saying? We might have to spend a couple years just. I know you do. We're gonna cut this out, because we don't need that to make it. Okay, now I know y'all got the 3rd location coming up.
Yes.
Give us anything that's coming up in the future for anything you got, whether it's art, entrepreneurship, philanthropy, whatever. Just give us something you got coming up in the future.
Yeah, so I'll do Cafe Corazon in mine.
Okay.
So for Cafe Corazon, we have our 3rd location in Brookside coming in like May, mid-May. And then we also just purchased a warehouse in KCK, and we're roasting our coffee in a grand scale. So we have like Keurig cups, we got Frac Packs coffee. So if you want good coffee, hit us up, because it's all ethically sourced too.
Yes.
Like we don't involve ourselves in anything, any boo-foo nonsense.
Boo-foo nonsense.
You know
None of that. None of that.
None of that. And then we also have First Friday events. So every First Friday you can come. We have live music. We got vendors. We have cocktails. It's just a big old party.
Yeah.
Ends at 10.
Come on, Mark, let's roll, cuz.
Yeah, just come. Bring your little girlies.
No.
You can make them have them dance.
They can't be out in public like that. Goddamn hell no.
What?
I'm just bringing them to sit down and drink coffee. I can't bring them out to a spot like that.
What?
know
You
what I
gotta
mean?
have fun. You gotta the girls like to dance. They
yeah.
want to be like.
Oh, y'all do. Look, one thing you. Yes. Goddamn it. Mark, I told you, I know you ain't never been to Lotus, bro, but boy, oh boy.
All the Latinos in there like to
They in
dance.
there spinning women left and right. Don't disregard on who walk past.
Are you a Latin lover? You like your Latin girl? What? Yeah. What's your thing?
I'm gonna be honest with you, because she family, Mark. I feel like I need to tell her.
Okay, be honest.
Okay. Personally, I've never had a Latino woman before.
Oh, okay.
So as you can see, I'm marketing
Yes.
to let the Latino
Try
woman know.
your
Take
luck.
a chance on the boy. I know what your grandpa and grandma gonna say when you bring me home. It's okay. We'll get past all of that, okay?
My bad. That's my alarm.
Oh, no, you good.
It's just my lunch alarm. I eat at the same time every day.
What you eating?
Lunch.
That was a good one. No, that was a good one. Okay, and I cut you off a little bit. What was yours, though? Because you gave us the info about what's coming up for the coffee
yes.
spot. What about yours?
True. Oh, but you never finished. But we'll talk about it after.
There you go.
We're gonna find your little girlfriend from Cafe Corazon.
I'm gonna come in. Look, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna have my laptop ready, looking professional. I'm gonna get the glasses.
But really, you're gonna be like scoping the scene.
Indeed. Oh, well then look.
There's a lot of cute girls that come up in there too.
Thank you. Now, can you give me some etiquette, me and the fellas? How do you approach a woman at a coffee spot? Do you pay for her coffee?
Ooh, I mean, I think any woman would like that. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put you on some game. I'm gonna give you a few little tokens
Hold
so
on,
that
wait a
if
minute,
you
let me get my-
yes, get
Damn
your
it, Mark,
notes
you got a
out,
pen?
okay?
Hold on, I got my
Fellas, I'm
laptop.
gonna help you. I'm gonna put you on Latina loving game, okay? So take your notes, get your notepad out, get your
Fellas,
notes on your phone.
I told you I had y'all. Okay, now go ahead, baby, because I'm ready. I got my notes. Point 1.
So point 1, I'm gonna give you some tokens.
Okay.
So that you can like pay for their drink if you
Yes.
see a cute one in line.
I'm a ball with my flight.
But yes, get them a latte flight.
So
Okay,
latte.
be specific.
Okay, latte flight.
I would say a latte flight.
Latte flight.
Yes. Let's see. But if you want to approach a girl, I mean, don't ever be too strong. I would say just like if you really want a woman to like you, you got to make it think it was her idea.
I do the same thing. Told you, Mark. My pimping is strong, boy.
You can't be like, forcing it. You
That's
know,
right.
she's got to feel that flow, that feminine energy to be like, yes, okay, I'll do it with you. So I would say go up to her, compliment something about her.
Her book.
But something that's not like, you know.
I got you. I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
Look, I'm a career pimp. I got you.
Compliment something like that. Talk to her a little bit. And maybe even just like slip your number and walk away. Don't stay too long.
Don't stay too long.
Don't stay more than 3 minutes. That's too long.
3 minutes.
3 minutes is
That's
the
all
cutoff.
I need anyway.
Yeah, 3 is the lucky number. Or get away after that. And yeah, offer to buy her something. Buy her a drink. Or say like you want to meet up back here. Something like that.
Meet up again.
You want to come to Cafe Corazon First Fridays.
First Fridays.
First Fridays. Invite her to do something fun. You know, I would say, yeah, just get to know her a little bit. Ask things that men wouldn't usually ask.
Give me one, because I mean, I know what I'll be asking, but I can't get y'all my game. The game is to be sold, not told. So I can't tell y'all what.
Okay.
John can talk. Give me something. Just one thing. Just
I
one.
would definitely say, like, girls love to know zodiac signs. Ask her sign. But be careful because you're a Scorpio and some women might be scared.
Yeah, look, don't say that. We talked about it earlier. I try to not tell women what I am because the moment I say Scorpio,
But then if they are like, oh, Scorpios are crazy, you'd be like, they're loyal. And you know what? I got your back if I love you deeply. Yeah, loyal and like I ride or die for you.
Ride or die.
That's
for
what a
you.
woman wants. She wants you to ride or die for.
Yeah, see, look,
You
I'm
know?
just misunderstood, baby. I know what it is. You know what us Scorpios, y'all look into our just, I don't know what it is. You know
Because
what
y'all
I
are
mean?
cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But that's the beautiful thing about it too, is you're authentically cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Am I cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? I might be. Look, I might be.
But in a good way.
In a good way.
All my good friends are Scorpios, actually.
See? I don't even like dudes for real, but he a Scorpio. That's my dog right there, bro. That's my
Scorpios
guy.
are dope.
Him, yeah, we talked about him. Yeah, we deal with him because we got to. That's just Marky Mark. You know what I mean? He's a good guy. He good on love. Look, Mark, baby. Look, how we looking, dog?
121.
Good. I got this young entrepreneur in, handling BI. You know what I mean? I done got the whole spectrum. Okay, we done talked about modeling. We done talked about entrepreneurship, art. Oh, one more thing before you leave. Not you specifically, but do you have some artists, friends who know how to capture people in the raw, in the nude? I'm thinking about making postcards for my women. Come holidays. And I'm just gonna have like just a mink laying over
Like
the
a
top
calendar.
of me. Yeah, there you go, for a calendar.
shoot.
That's the Christmas card this year.
The Christmas card this year. That's what I look.
I love that for
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
for white chicks.
And white
Yes.
There you go.
Because that's my
Making my way
trainer. That's what I
downtown.
aspire to be like.
So don't say
That's one of my favorite movies.
There you go. Look, I don't know nobody who don't like white chicks. If you don't like white chicks, we
Right.
can't be friends. Okay, let's just put that out there.
Definitely.
Okay, you have no humor because it's one of those movies. I wish movies would get back to that. I know we supposed to end the show, but this is what good conversation is.
Yeah, for sure.
For me,
Bonus.
I wish movies would get back to that just because it's like those are like you have those movies where they talked about stereotypes and slick racist jokes, but it was all within good fun, bro.
Yeah.
Like I just wish everybody would stop being so fucking PC, and get back to those type of movies. You know what I mean? But back to what I was asking about your artistic friends. I'm trying to get captured in the raw. Okay, mink laying over my lap. You know what I mean? Muscle showing. Okay, baby oiled up. No Diddy. Okay.
No,
Do you know anybody who can do that for the boy? You know what I mean? Because I'm just trying to,
got some people that might be interested. You might have to talk to them about it. See if y'all align
You know what I
on
mean?
your
And
goals.
listen, let me be honest with you. For the fellas, it can be the fellas too. I know you trying to be professional, my boy. I'll cover up. You know what I mean? Ain't no thing but a chick. I'm a former athlete. You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with male trainers and all kind of shit, bro. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look. As long as me on the same accord. My cameraman, I got a fake ass cameraman right here. I try to tell him all the time, make me look sexy. I'm trying to be a sex symbol out here. He get the wrong angles every time. You know what I mean? You're an artist, so you know about this type of stuff.
Yeah.
He get the wrong angles. He catch me mid talking. Okay, Mark don't never tell me about the boogers I got in my nose. Even though he looking at,
Wait, now I'm like,
just trash ass men that I'm just sitting with. You know what I mean? I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, close my laptop.
but yeah, check your mocos, see if you have any boogies before you go talk to the girl. That's another tip. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
There you go. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Man, I got a big nose, so I always got to check for my boogers because it's usually one there. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. We like that.
Check
You know what I mean?
yourself
Now
before
look.
you wreck yourself.
It's been another amazing episode. What do we mark? What is this, 102?
Yes.
Rocking and rolling, man. Phenomenal episode. I want to thank you for coming in today
you.
out of your busy schedule because I know you got plenty of stuff you finna do once you leave here. Okay.
Yes.
For all the fans, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you follow her on all her platforms. Tap in. Go into the coffee shop. If you from out of town, especially my St. Louis people, if you ever coming through KC, tap in and see what you got going on, man. If you love coffee, period, go through.
And you can get like cocktails or spritz or beer.
Oh, y'all got drinks in there too?
Agua frescas. Yeah, we have drinks.
Can I do Hennessy with the coffee?
I mean, we don't got
I'll
Hennessy.
be the first.
But you can't add alcohol to any coffee drink in there. So we got rum, tequila. We have all that stuff.
I asked about Hennessy though, baby.
I know you are.
Tequila, rum. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, we can't really do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a businesswoman at the end of the day, so we
ain't doing none of that. No,
we ain't bringing. You're not bringing your alcohol up in there.
I'll get it to go. How about that?
You could get it to go and put a little swig in your car.
A new specialty on the menu, the John coffee.
We gotta get that in the building.
The Hennessy and coffee.
Could you imagine being in the office off of a shot of caffeine and a shot of Hennessy? Oh, woo! You'll be. I'm in sales. I'm in sales. You know, I on the phone with some Hennessy because I can't talk in sales off weed though. I'm horrible. Like
I'm the same. I can't get high before I work.
I can't smoke before I work.
It's got to be after hours.
No. But listen, I'm talking about on the phone being professional. I be saying stupid shit on the phone. You know when you high, you on the phone, you just like this. I mean, shit.
Start talking about aliens with somebody you're trying to make a sale.
Yeah. Okay. It's been an amazing episode.
Thank you
Podcast.
all.
And we out.